All right, so now we're here with the linemen, and these guys are really the front line of defense for the Titans. All three seniors: Bode Bradshaw, Tavho Lattin, Chance Dunkerson. So let's talk about the weight room, okay? And we'll start. I know, Bode, you were working out this year. Talk to me about your workout program because you were a little bit different.
Yeah, so I was in Missoula there. I was taking advantage of that free program with Planet Fitness, going there each morning at 7 a.m. to 8:30. So I was putting in the work. I'm sure these guys were too.
What did Phillipsburg look like, Tavho?
Oh, gym was pretty much full every time. There's a lot of kids in the weight room in there.
And how about drumming?
In the mornings, about 6 a.m., we had a good majority of the team in there, and I mostly lifted in the evenings.
And is that something that maybe didn't happen quite as much in the last year or two, where there wasn't quite as much, or does it seem like everybody kind of really got after it this year?
Well, at least for Peaburg-wise, there's definitely a lot more people in the weight room this year. We've been pushing that a lot.
Yeah, about the same down in drumming, so.
So, Chance, let's talk about your kind of track to get here, because you started here when you were in 6th grade and you were like 12 years old, maybe before that. I think your mom told me she had some pictures of you before that.
Well, I live less than a quarter mile from this football field, so I've spent a lot of time here growing up and just up here messing around, kicking the football around, throwing, anything, all the above.
What does that mean to you after all these years to be here, to be a starter? I think last year you were All-State, first team, second team, somewhere here. I know somewhere. You guys got some honors, that's for sure. But
it feels like home.
All right, Tavho. So on the nose guard, what does that do to get this line going, especially on defense? What's the importance of that?
Well, really, for nose guard, you're covering two guys instead of one. So you're making sure they don't run it straight up the middle of the field. At the same time, you're making the middle linebacker, Austin, really, you make them look good, really. And if you can get a sack, you get a sack.
Just channeling them to whoever back there. Is that the deal? All right. So Bode, you've been here. Talk to me a little bit. I know last year one of our highlights was a great sack you had. And you guys have not had quite as many sacks the last few years. What are you looking for this year?
I think speed is going to help a lot. Getting off that ball quick, watching the penalties too. That'll help keep our offense and defense moving, and just getting a good push up front.
How do you prevent? So I just saw you guys working on this. How do you prevent that jumping? How do you guys go about trying to stop that? Because I know it drives fans nuts, and I know it drives the coaches nuts. So how do you guys do that?
Something we've really changed a lot this year in practice is we're using a ball, going off the ball more, than sound like different snap counts, and just making sure you're really watching that ball.
You gotta close your ears and just watch the ball. Really. Don't pay attention to how many times you say hut. Just when the ball moves, you move.
Just
get rid of that voice inflection kind
turn
of thing.
your ears off and look at the guy across from you. He moves, you move.
And being seniors, what does this mean as a senior? I mean, this has got to be a big year for you guys. How does that play into your thinking? Go ahead.
Last year to do it. One last final push to hopefully make it to that state game again.
Well, it's really your last year to play, so you got to play as hard as you can. And any game you could tear an MCL or something.
Yeah.
Be out for the rest of the season.
All right, Chance?
I think for it being the last year, it's all gas, no brakes. You don't want to be sitting in your house for 5 years from now thinking like, oh man, I could have went to college, played football. Like, I think you just got to go all out.
Amen to that.
Leave it all out there, no regrets.
And so just one last thing, how do you look at this season? What do you think this team's potential is going into the season, and how far can you go?
I think we can make it all the way to the state game. It's just everybody's got to be on the same mindset and at the same pace, and working as a team and not just a bunch of individuals out there on the football field. We got to stay together as a team, both on and off the field.
All right.
Yeah, we only lost 2 seniors, so basically our whole team right now, or our whole starters really are seniors. So this year we should really make state.
Got to be unselfish, work together as a team, and got to all have the same goal in mind of playing for state championships. So.
All right, guys. Well, congratulations. We're looking forward to a good season. It all kicks off on Friday night. Thanks, guys. Chance, take it easy. Tavho, thanks a bunch, man. Bode, take it easy, guys. Have a good practice.